No na prawo i tak.
To nie jest jej. No oczywiście. No, byłaś żebrać, nie?
Komin nabuchał czas, pozostał tam dziecinny smaczak, rodzinny.
Włączyło się?
Tak, przegrany, no.
The Viking drum, yeah. They're always nice.
Keep it up.
Those projects were done already.
Yeah, we'd like to do they going to the other project?
Gotta watch the score. Smile, you're on television.
I should have communicated. Yeah. I told the Spanish we let them in on St. Joseph's Street.
Hello.
They're lucky for us. Take a flag.
Oh, hey Ryan. Smile, you're on television.
Park for our General Kazimierz Pulaski celebration here in the city of Poughkeepsie. I'd like to invite Marta Ponkowska to please join us here in the front, and we all rise for the national anthem, followed by the Polish national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła, kiedy my żyjemy, co nam obca przemoc wzięła, szablem obierzemy. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, ziemię włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączy się z narodem. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, ziemię włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączy się z narodem. Przyjdziem Wisłem, przyjdziem Bartem, będziem Polakami. Dał nam przykład Bonaparte, jak zwyciężać mamy. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, ziemię włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączy się z narodem. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, ziemię włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączy się z narodem.
Thank you, Marta. Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Pulaski Park here in the city of Poughkeepsie as we come together today to celebrate the 79th anniversary of the dedication of the General Kazimierz Pulaski Monument here in the city of Poughkeepsie. It was during the later movement of permanent settlers predicted to be in the spring of 1888 that Poughkeepsie first saw Polish immigrants settle in our area. The 6 or 7 original settlers, like millions of their countrymen, came to the United States with anticipation of freedom and the abundance of everything which had been denied in Poland. Their hopes for opportunity to work and make a living were realized as soon as they found their way into the factories and on the railroads and farms around Poughkeepsie. It was not long before others came, and the winter of that year saw 6 Polish families settle in Poughkeepsie. Within 2 years, the Polish group increased into a thriving group of 50 families. With its growth, there arose the necessity of maintaining more intimate contact and adhesion to the memories and traditions of a homeland still close to their hearts. The first fraternal organization that the Polish group formed was the St. Joseph Society. It consisted of 14 members who were associated with Nativity Church. A shorter time later, another organization, the Lady of Czestochowa Society, was formed. The group was 16 strong and affiliated itself with Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church, which was then St. Peter's. In the fall of 1900, the group desired a suitable place of worship that was for their own. A building on Lafayette Street was for sale, and a meeting of Polish societies was called and the decision was made to buy the building. The Polish community now consisted of 90 families who worked tirelessly to remodel the building to their liking. The first Polish church in the city of Poughkeepsie was formed and named St. Joseph's. The worshipers who attended St. Joseph's Church realized shortly after that a school was needed. And in 1915, a Polish school was formed under the guidance of the Sisters of the Resurrection. The ever-growing community of Polish adults desired a place where they could relax and engage in social activities. And in 1923, the Polish American Citizens Club was organized with a membership of 50 people. The idea behind the club was to assist in the work of Americanization. The work consisted mainly of initiating its members into the principles of American government and guiding them through the process of naturalization. In 1929, after much support from Polish American citizens throughout the country, President Herbert Hoover proclaimed October 11th a national holiday in honor of the 150th anniversary of General Pulaski's death. Kazimierz Pulaski was a cavalry officer born in Poland who responded to Benjamin Franklin's recruiting efforts and pleas for assistance during the Revolutionary War. He died during the battle in 1779. In the city of Poughkeepsie, a committee set to work on honoring the general in the local community. The Common Council of the city of Poughkeepsie named General Pulaski Park, where we stand today. This did not, however, fully satisfy the Polish community, who thought that a monument should be erected. For 9 years, a committee of local Poles struggled to raise enough funds for the monument. And even during the Depression, people contributed their share of financial support for that cause. And finally, on September 8th, 1940, the monument was unveiled, and the Polish community in the city of Poughkeepsie was able to rejoice. And here we are today, 79 years later, celebrating that same cause and celebrating Polish heritage throughout this month of October, and to all the efforts and contributions that the father of the American Cavalry, General Kazimierz Pulaski, contributed to the United States. It gives me great joy now to introduce our mayor of the city of Poughkeepsie, Mr. Rob Rollison.
Thank you, John. It's an honor, again, to stand here today. You know, I think we know it's fall when we get to gather here in Pulaski Park to honor such an important patriot to this country. Earlier, when we were lining up over by the church on Lafayette Street, the county executive, Marcus Molinaro, wanted to come in and just say hi. He's running around the county today doing a bunch of events, and I had said to him, I said, you know, Rollison sounds a lot more Polish than Molinaro does. And he agreed. And to be able to be here today to celebrate the life of such an important person, not only to the Polish community, but to the entire country. A hero who helped defend the very freedoms that we enjoy today. And I'm going to read a proclamation which I have read before, but the words in this proclamation never get old, they never get stale, and every time you read them, you understand how important General Pulaski was, not only to this city and its Polish community, but to the entire country. And whereas Kazimierz Pulaski was the son of Count Joseph Pulaski, he was born in Warsaw, Poland on March 6, 1745, and who at the age of 15 joined his father and other members of the Polish nobility in opposing the Russian and Prussian interference in Polish affairs. Outlawed by Russia for his actions, he traveled to Paris where he met Benjamin Franklin, who induced him to support the colonies against England in the American Revolution. Now, Pulaski, impressed with the ideals of a new nation struggling to be free, he volunteered his services. He volunteered his services. He did that on his own. In 1777, he arrived in Philadelphia where he met General Washington. He came to the aid of Washington's forces at Brandywine and distinguished himself as a brilliant military tactician. For his efforts, Congress appointed him brigadier general in charge of 4 horse brigades. At the Battle of Germantown, Pulaski's knowledge of warfare assisted General Washington and his men again in securing victory for the American forces. He was ordered to defend Little Egg Harbor in New Jersey and Minisink on the Delaware, and proceed south after that to South Carolina, Charleston. Now, during the Battle of Savannah, he was mortally wounded by cannon fire. His enemies were so impressed with his bravery, they spared him the musket and they carried him off the battlefield. These were his enemies. He died within days of being wounded in 1779 at the young age of 34. And the Pulaski Monument was erected in his honor at Monterey Square in Savannah, Georgia, and a statue of General Pulaski has stood in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, since 1910. And if it wasn't for the efforts of General Pulaski and so many others, that capital in Washington might not exist. It's fitting that in recognition of inspiring courage and the love of liberty, we should pay public tribute to General Pulaski as we do today. And therefore, I, Rob Rowelson, Mayor of the City of Poughkeepsie, by virtue of the authority that is vested in me by the city charter, I do hereby proclaim, along with the members of the Common Council, declare Sunday, today, October 13th, 2019, as General Pulaski Day here in the city of Poughkeepsie. And most importantly, I invite all people, to observe this day with programs and activities that commemorate and honor General Pulaski's ultimate sacrifice for freedom's sake. Thank you. Recently, we have had the opportunity to honor and to cherish all of the different cultures and people that have called Poughkeepsie their home, celebrating Italian Heritage Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and now Polish Heritage Month. This city and all its splendor and all that it is was built by people who came from someplace else. People who settled in Poughkeepsie because this was a place that they wanted to live and to raise a family and to start a business and to make Poughkeepsie the city that it is today. I think probably most folks, when they settled here, traveled here, and stayed here, they weren't probably just thinking that. They were trying to make roots, trying to establish a family, trying to find a place that they would call home. And on behalf of the 32,000 people that call this great city home, I want to thank you for doing just that. This park is a symbol of this city. And to have it named after General Pulaski is a fitting tribute to a country and to a city that is free because of the actions and he and so many others took. We love this park. We love its name. We love where it sits, at a spot that is traveled every single day by thousands upon thousands of cars going back and forth. Many of you probably don't even know that General Pulaski statue is right there. Then you put the walkway over the Hudson right there. 500,000 people a year who travel that bridge and come from all over the world. Well, again, if it wasn't for General Pulaski and people that made the sacrifice for freedom, that bridge would not even exist. And we're lucky that people park here in Pulaski Park to go to that walkway. And I hope that at some point in time, we're able to do a little more public outreach, so when people come and go, they know exactly what this place means to so many people. And I know you're going to hear from my friend Chris Petsis in just a minute about what we have planned for next year, which will be the 80th anniversary of General Pulaski and the statue here. I want to thank the Department of Public Works for all they've done to enhance this park. I want to thank Chris Petsis and his great band of volunteers from all over the community who work in this park on a weekly basis. New picnic tables, new mums, new mulch. This past year, we were able to commit over $300,000 to the pool, and we're not done yet. So again, it has been my honor to address you this afternoon on a beautiful day here in the city of Poughkeepsie, and to honor the memory of an individual who at age 34 lost his life to defend the freedom that we have today. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for inviting me, and I love this parade.
Thank you, Mayor. And now our councilman for the 1st Ward, Mr. Chris Petsis.
Good afternoon. I know it's been said before, but welcome to Pulaski Park here in the 1st Ward in the city of Poughkeepsie. It's been my honor to join you every year since becoming the councilman of this neighborhood 6 years ago. I want to thank the former Mayor John Tyzik for organizing this, and all of his volunteers, and all of you that I know have come from Middletown and all parts of the area to come and honor the General today. I thank the current Mayor Allison for joining us and for giving us the tools to be able to make some improvements here at Pulaski Park. I like to talk about it. Every year I talk about it. But 6 years ago, there weren't picnic tables as we have today. 6 years ago, the parking lot where some of you may be parking was pothole filled. The tennis courts down the hill, which you cannot see, didn't have nets. The basketball court at the bottom of the hill didn't have stripes or nets. And so over 6 years, we've invested a lot of time and energy, personal energy, City Hall energy, to make this a park that's worth General Pulaski's honor and his legacy. And I'm proud that, a year ago, we didn't have these picnic tables that we have now today. These are courtesy of Oakwood Friends School. We built a coronation with them, and their kids over there at their school build these picnic tables, and they drop them in the park. And if you come in here on a good day, you'll see people eating lunch and enjoying Pulaski Park the way they should be doing it. They asked me last week, they had one more picnic table. They said, what color do you want it painted? And I said, well, let's paint it in the Polish flag color. And so you see over here to my right, makes sense, right? So we went out and we bought the paint for them, and they were full of red paint when I got there to pick up the picnic table. But that picnic table is in honor of Pulaski Park and today. And as the mayor said, next year, 80 years since this monument went up, since the Polish community came and rallied money and time to salute General Pulaski. And I will tell you that we are going to put something together next year that will be a true honor to him, to the 80th anniversary. We are going to plan a weekend, not just a day, but a weekend, a Saturday and Sunday, where the community is going to be able to gather here and reflect on his accomplishments and his honorism. So yes, that's the 80th anniversary is going to be a fun time. We'll need your help to pull it off, but we are dedicated to making sure that the 80th anniversary stands out like never before. So on behalf of the City of Poughkeepsie's First Ward residents, we thank you for this opportunity, and we look forward to continuing to improve this park in honor of General Pulaski.
Thank you, Chris. And we thank Mayor Rollison and Councilman Petsis and all the members of the Common Council for supporting us here in our efforts, not only with this event, of course, but with all the beautification that's going on here at Pulaski Park and around our city. We also have a special guest with us this afternoon as we partner with those in county government as well. Ladies and gentlemen, our District Attorney, Bill Grady.
Good afternoon, everyone. In case everyone didn't notice, Grady is not Polish. As a matter of fact, I can't even say Grady and make it sound Polish, so I'm not going to take credit for it at all. But as the district attorney of this county, I'd like to say what an honor it is for me and what a privilege it is for me to join with all of you on such an important day to honor the memory of General Pulaski. It was a beautiful parade. The women were outstanding in their dress. But I think that what impressed me the most were the kids. They're absolutely gorgeous. They've done a great job, and they're so attentive to what's going on. Terrific job, kids. I'd just like to say that if General Pulaski were here today and saw what was going on and listened to the history and the attention that's been paid to every detail of what was been done in this city by the Polish people, I think he would be very proud, and he'd look over at this crowd and he'd say, guys, I think it's a job well done. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be a part of this. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
And now representing the Maria Kopnicka School of Polish Language, Paulina Sorowiec.
Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank the mayor, John, Chris, for organizing this wonderful parade every year, and we cannot wait for next year for a huge celebration. It is a tradition that a night before we come here, our administration, teachers, and parents attend the Polish Supplementary Council Teachers and PTO's ball banquet, organized in honor of all the teachers as we celebrate the National Education Day in Poland on October 14. During that night, there are a few awards that are being awarded, one for a teacher each year and one for a parent. I know that the teacher couldn't attend, but I would like to read the award that was awarded by the Polish Supplementary Council. Znakomitym nauczycielem jest dopiero ten, kto umie uczyć tego, czego sam nie umie. Tak napisał Tadeusz Kotarbiński. Dyplom prezesa Centrali Polskich Szkół Dokształcających otrzymuje pani Joanna Jusino ze Szkoły Języka Polskiego imienia Marii Konopnickiej w Poughkeepsie, New York. W dowód uznania dla umiejętności pedagogicznych oraz za szczególne osiągnięcia w pracy dydaktyczno-wykonawczej. Dowód uznania za wkład pracy w działalność Komitetu Rodzicielskiego ze Szkoły Języka Polskiego imienia Marii Konopnickiej w Poughkeepsie otrzymuje dyplom pani Renata Rzepka. This year we also have another, I have few other awards given by the Polish Cultural Enrichment Group from Portland, Oregon. Komisja Kulturalno-Oświatowa Szkoła Polska przy Domu Polskim w Portland, Oregon wyróżnienie Rodzica na 6 przyznaje pani Renacie Rzepce w podziękowaniu za ofiarowane serce, trud i poświęcenie w pielęgnowaniu i propagowaniu polskości, języka, tradycji i kultury polskiej poza granicami Polski, w środowisku szkół polonijnych, jak i we własnym domu. Wspaniale jest być rodzicem na 6. Serdecznie gratulujemy. Komitet Organizacyjny 15 Zjazdu Nauczycieli Polonijnych i Komitetów Rodzicielskich. Także pani Renata ci nie mogła, ale poproszę pana męża pani Renaty, pana Grzegorza Rzepkę, ponieważ pan Grzegorz Rzepka również dostał taki sam dyplom, takie samo wyróżnienie. Wyróżnienia rodzic na 6 otrzymuje pani Barbara Kocoń. Wyróżnienie rodzic na 6 otrzymuje pani Edyta Dziewiecki. Wyróżnienie rodzic na 6 otrzymuje pan Paweł Dziewiecki. I mamy tutaj rodziców, jeszcze trójkę rodziców, którzy dzisiaj niestety nie mogli być z nami, ale bardzo ciężko z nami też pracują zawsze. Wyróżnienie rodzica na 6 otrzymuje pan Wojciech Moranda. Także proszę mu gratulować, jeżeli będziecie go widzieć. Wyróżnienie rodzica na 6 otrzymuje pani Lucyna Klus. I wyróżnienie rodzica na 6 otrzymuje pani Magdalena Marsz. Dziękuję bardzo i życzę miłego popołudnia. Koło siebie.
I can now say my wife, Sarah Tyzik, Miss Polonia. I want to thank all the members of St. Mary, St. Joseph, Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. I want to thank the Maria Kopnicka School of Polish Language, everyone from the Polish community, our Hudson Valley Honor Corps. How about a round of applause for them? Some of our original PACER members are here. Our city of Poughkeepsie, as the mayor said, Department of Public Works, Parks and Recreation. We thank them for all the beautification efforts of our parks throughout the city. Our City of Poughkeepsie Police and Fire Departments, thank you so much for being here. And of course, our sponsors, the City of Poughkeepsie, the Italian Center, M&T Bank, Flowers by Angel, Rose and Kiernan Insurance, and Ken Carney Development. We thank all of our sponsors for this event. Mayor, did I forget anyone? Okay. And now I would ask everyone to please stand and join in singing God Bless America. Martha is going to lead us.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Good afternoon, everyone. Have a great afternoon. Please join us at the Italian Center for our reception. Take care and have a great day.